There should be, like, basically no Picard spoilers in this episode since there's no reason to talk about Picard.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Hey, my name is John,
And I'm Kyle, and this is Total Trek Rewind.
where we watch Star Trek episodes every week, give you our commentary,
And make fun of them,
and have a good time.
and just have a good time.
Always thinking happy thoughts.
Okay, here's how it works. We'll roll some dice, and depending on which number we get, that tells us which show we're going to watch. Then we roll some dice for the episode, so this would be animated series, and then episode 77, which doesn't exist. Who cares? You get the idea.
Your Total Trek Rewind opening blew mine away last week.
Well, now's your chance to redo it.
Yeah, but I mean, are you gonna come sliding in the side again?
I was really excited, okay?
I'm not saying you shouldn't have been. I'm just saying it blew mine out of the water. I'm just over here like, hey, welcome to the show. And you're like, welcome to the show. I'm glad everyone's here.
Hi, this is Total Trek Rewind, and I'm Kyle.
And I'm John.
Today we're going to review some Star Trek.
We really don't know what happens when we start this. We just hit play and go.
And if you're interested, you can join our Discord. Our link is in the description below.
And like and subscribe.
Okay, you want to roll the dice?
You roll the dice.
I got something really cool this week. Check it. My tricorder.
Oh, nice.
Here we go. 4. Was that Deep Space Nine?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah. Episode 69.
Deep Space 69?
You're such a child.
What the fuck? This is what came up. What is this?
It's episode 69. What is that?
Family business.
Family business.
There should be, like, basically no Picard spoilers in this episode since there's no reason to talk about Picard.
Chopping carrots?
Putting it in salad. I'm gonna have a salad for lunch tomorrow. Katie, bring me one. It's before they cut the hair.
Oh, yeah. But he does have the goatee.
You know what I really like about this? And
What's that?
I thought about this after watching the Deep Space Nine documentary that came out. The African American family role model father-son relationship they have with this.
I agree. So, and he's talking right now about Cassidy Yates, him going on a date because they haven't really, he hasn't really gone on any dates or anything like that. He's still reeling over the death of his wife.
Who was killed by Jean-Luc Picard. There should be, like, basically no Picard spoilers in this episode since there's no reason to talk about Picard.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh, at Wolf 359.
Oh, look it up, Ferengis. I would either be a Klingon or a Ferengi.
I see you more as a Ferengi. It's like almost an insult, isn't it?
Is this because I'm short?
No, maybe. I don't know. So, okay, who would you picture me as? Which alien?
The alien that killed Tasha Yar.
Oh, the blob monster?
Oh crap, I
That-
accidentally paused mine.
So do you think they had an actual list of the rules of acquisition and then were quoting from them, or did they just make it up on the fly?
I'm sure most of them were made up, but
That seems like it would be really difficult to keep track of them.
yeah, Brunt. I hate Brunt.
Oh, no.
This is a first episode of Brunt. Why do Ferengi tricorders look like coffins?
The guy that plays Brunt is the same guy that plays Wayun. And he actually played a few other characters, too. He's been like a bunch of people in Deep Space Nine.
A lot of the Star Trek characters do that.
Tim Russ did it. He was a Klingon in Deep Space Nine before he was on Voyager.
In Next Generation, Kalar, Worf's girlfriend, also played Lieutenant Sailor, the Vulcan medic that was in a couple episodes. I think Dr. Bashir is one of my favorite overall Star Trek characters.
He's pretty cool. Especially once they started giving him like the Section 31 story arc.
Oh yeah.
It was really good.
I would love for him to come back in Picard or in a different show in the future. He's still in great shape and looks good because he played Ra's al Ghul in Gotham.
Yep, and he was on Game of Thrones too.
Was he?
Oh yeah, he was the guy that was in charge of Dorne, sitting in the wheelchair.
Oh, he was. I never put that together until just now.
Oh, he's going through his books.
Rom, you forgot to include the profit figures for the Tuliberry Wine franchise.
But you told me...
He's such an idiot, but in the best possible way, like a lovable idiot.
I mean, spoilers, but he becomes the whole leader of the entire Ferengi Federation. Oh, look at that.
Let me hand you this gold Kit Kat bar.
She's charged with earning profit.
No.
Oh, no.
Next, you'll tell me she's been wearing clothes.
All the Bajorans. I hate the Bajorans' outfits. I don't understand.
Oh yeah, their uniforms are the worst.
There's a whole generation's first crush.
She's asking to move out Cassidy Yates.
If I were Curzon, I'd have stolen her from you by now.
Ooh. I love their dynamic. It's so
Yeah.
good. I think it's just a really good subtle touch on this show.
I really hope there is going to be Trill in some future Star Trek. They're an underutilized race.
That is true.
Quark looks like he's wearing a stained glass window.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
In his
He obviously buys his clothes the same place Neelix does. And I always thought their makeup was always on point.
yeah.
Like the Ferengis always looked real to me. It's like the Klingons kind of look weak sometimes, but the Ferengi always look good.
I remember being, I think, 9 or 10 when we went to Las Vegas as a kid, and when the Sands had all the Star Trek stuff in it,
Oh man, I never got to go.
it was pretty awesome. But they had a replica Quark's bar there, and there was Ferengis there, and they scared the crap out of me. I did not want to be around. They would like try to talk to me and then smile with those jagged ass teeth. No thanks. Wonder what Ferengi lifespan is.
That's a good question. If you know, comment below. Oh, there's Moogie. Moogie. I think she was a really good recurring character on this show.
She was.
Your mother is wearing clothes. Mother, get undressed this instant.
Gross.
Their doors look like hobbit holes. Like Brunt's going out there, he's gonna go on a search for Latinum ring.
So does that mean that Ferengi are space hobbits?
They're not happy enough. They're more like space golems.
Or goblins, maybe?
Ooh, space goblins.
Space goblins.
Imagine going to your house and being like, Mom, take off your clothes.
No, thank you.
What? Why is the inside of her ears black? Does she have hearing aids?
She's old. Oh, look, Constable has enlisted Chief O'Brien to break into Quark's bar.
That's our dartboard, and we want a bank.
Oh, they're trying to get the dartboard.
Odo's trying to stop him. Wait, why does Chief O'Brien have a pip?
He's got a black one. That's Chief. So he didn't, I don't think, in Next Generation. But in this show, they gave him a black pip, I guess, which is Chief.
His first appearance in Next Gen, he had Lieutenant pips. And then they decided to make him a chief in his second appearance. You know, shouldn't Odo basically be arresting them for breaking and entering?
Oh, yeah, but they play favorites on this show all the time.
Different spanks for different ranks.
By the way, if you didn't know, John and I were both prior military. So we tend to look at this show from that perspective sometimes.
I find it a lot harder to make fun of DS9 than TNG.
Because it's a much more serious show.
It's a much better show. Almost like it's the best Star Trek show.
I think people looking back today would agree with you. But at the time, a lot of people did not like Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, because
When it came on, it was a weird show that no one liked. They're stuck on a space station? That doesn't make sense.
Why do the episodes connect? Why do I have to watch them in order? Why does it
was
tell
so-
a long, complex, drawn-out story-building story?
It was hard back then. You had to watch. If you didn't catch it on whatever day it came out, you were screwed.
They didn't have VCRs at this point? They had VCRs.
They did, but VCRs were always turning off, and then like you had to like redo the time on them, and it were just always blinking 12, and you could never record this shit right.
I recorded Power Rangers every day.
Well, you had a much better VCR than I did. No, but I think today, you know, we get to watch it on demand.
Yeah.
And you can watch them, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on a weekend, and you can appreciate that story arc. Whereas back then, it was really kind of hard to do.
See, look, why is the inside of her ears black like that?
Is she painted? Oh, it's painted, kind of like nail polish or something.
Oh, okay.
That's an interesting touch.
But brother, it's only 3 bars of latinum.
And I'm not gonna let those 3 bars destroy this family.
So does he just have to pay 3 bars of latinum and it just goes away?
I think she has to confess.
I mean, if she was to confess.
Oh, I think they're going to take his bar. That's what it is. They're going to hold him liable for her.
Understand her standing up for her rights, but she's just going to let her kid's bar get taken? That's kind of jacked up.
Would you allow yourself to be sold into slavery or like have them lose their business? That's a tough decision.
Why would they make the doors shorter than they are? That doesn't even make sense. Like, yes, they're a short race, but you would still make a door so you don't have to bend over to go through it.
Rob, is something wrong?
I can't look at you with your clothes on.
Would you feel more comfortable if I took them off?
So,
I
oh no, don't do it.
I will only take my clothes off for you, my favorite son.
She's like, are we watching the right thing right now? Or is this like,
What is the purpose behind the ear things on the Ferengi? It's like they're wearing aluminum foil on the back of their head.
I guess it's like a ceremonial headdress, kind of, like a Sikh's turban. Or what's the name of the hat that Jewish people wear?
Yarmulkes.
A yarmulke?
So you know what really confuses me about the Ferengis
What's that?
is they're all throughout the galaxy here selling things and everything. But the Federation had never seen them until TNG. But yet you see them like on Ryza and things but they just randomly seen them and now they're on Deep Space Nine and everywhere else. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
It's Star Trek. It doesn't always have to make sense.
Oh, here's Cisco's girl.
So is this the first time we get to see Cassidy Yates?
I think so. Look at her hair scrunchie. It's like going all over her hair.
That is a little bit of a crazy hairdo. So this must be the first appearance of Moogie and the first appearance of Cassidy Yates all in one episode.
And Brunt.
And Brunt?
Yeah.
So this could be like one of the most influential episodes in the whole show then.
It really could, yeah. Is Quark just like a computer hacker? How did he track all this down?
He has business acumen. No, I don't know. I guess he's got to figure out how to repay.
I'm going to kill her.
He's got to figure out how to repay all the money she made.
Right, but the official list of transactions was only 3 gold platinum. This is what he found.
Right. Well, if he found it, then they could find it too. Brunt's a smart guy.
Females don't belong in business.
This episode's a little bit too heavy-handed, I think.
We're gonna go to Social Justice Warrior episode. Couldn't we get one where Jadzia Dax makes out with a chick?
I mean, I won't complain when we get to that one eventually, but come on. Look at him squish those ears in the head like that. You see his fingers dig into the head?
Like a dodgeball. look at this fight. They're fighting so bad.
He grabbed his ears. Oh no. You think those are stunt actors or the actual guys? Oh, they gotta be stunt actors. They're like covering their face.
Yeah.
Oh, that table's gonna get smashed.
Oh. It's always raining on this planet. No wonder they're miserable little creatures.
That's a cool computer.
Yeah, that does look neat. It's dynamic and not just sitting there.
I love Rom. He's so funny.
You know, for him to have the nicer tooth sharpener, his teeth are like way more jacked up than Quark's.
But is that a good thing? The more snaggletooth you are, the better.
She's too smart for him.
Oh yeah, she's playing him, for sure. She gets all wrapped up in the Nagus later on in this show. She's like the smartest Ferengi there is. She's practically running the Alliance by the end of it.
Where are they at? There's other places than Quark's to go?
Yeah, this is where Bashir and Garrick have lunch every day.
I thought Bashir and Garrick had lunch at the second level of Quark's.
No, I'm pretty sure this is the spot where Bashir eats.
At the replicator?
At the replicator.
Doing something called sliding into second.
Oh,
You know about
man.
baseball? She said the magic words.
That sounds like baseball.
You know about baseball?
It's my favorite sport. But no one has played it for 200 years.
No one's played it for 200 years because it got shut down in 2020 due to coronavirus.
200 years. Why would it? We didn't stop doing the Olympics. Why would we just stop doing baseball?
There's some kind of societal collapse in the 21st century.
The Bell Riot to 2030s. I love the look of Quark's clothes.
They're pretty crazy looking.
I'd wear them. Like, I'd wear the patterns.
You are a Ferengi. You are a Ferengi.
I'd wear the patterns. I wouldn't wear the onesie. Why don't they use umbrellas?
You think you could get rich? That's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Ferenginar and sell umbrellas and get rich.
You mean we can just stay out of the rain while being in the rain?
Oh, that's the end? That's kind of quick.
That was interesting. Deep Space Nine is very, like you said earlier, more serious.
Yeah, this is a more serious show. It's not as easy to make fun of most of the time.
But I generally feel like the episodes are better and keep me more engaged in watching it. When I first started DS9, I didn't like it because it was different.
You said it's your favorite though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's now my favorite. I think this episode was really good at expanding on Ferengi culture. They might have shove some aspects down our throats in it.
A little bit of too heavy-handed social commentary.
Overall, I think it was a good episode. It lacked the main characters a little bit. Yes, Quark is a main character, but we saw 2 seconds of Jadzia. We saw barely any of anyone. And I really want to know where Nog was. This was a Ferengi-centric episode, and Nog was not there.
So this episode was also the episode where we determined where we first saw Cassidy Yates, who becomes a big figure in the show, and we first see Moogie, and we first see Brunt, who all three of those characters show up in quite a few episodes. So this is a good episode for that reason, but it was kind of boring.
Not boring like last week's episode where it just sucked that we watched. This week was boring, but it was good.
Good boring. It's just a lot of Star Trek sometimes. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this channel, please subscribe. We'll be putting out a new video every week. So if you've got comments or questions or special requests, go ahead and put them in the comments and we'll respond to all of them.
Thanks for tuning in.
All right. See ya. You got to look at the camera when you say bye.
Bye. I still didn't look at my head went that way, but my eyes went the other way.
Bye.